Hingham Athletics. This is Greg Cardico at Outdoors here at Hingham High School. It's been 307 days. Harborwomen will last on the floor playing a meaningful game. On that day, a double-digit third-quarter lead slipped away as the Harborwomen fell 57-50. The Warriors of Duxbury High School visited South Sectional Championship. Who knew then that was going to be the last game in calendar year 2020 for the Harborwomen? And so here we are on the 9th of January 2021, and the Harborwomen finally have a game to play. Tonight's opponent was supposed to be the Lakers of Silver Lake. But as you can see over to my right now, Duxbury Dragons are here. Including target.
Back in the mail, it's gone. She like I smell cologne. Yeah, just had to deal them all. Yeah.
There are many things to talk about.
Good. Play if you want to do. I'm a young CEO, sure.
But first, what we need to talk about is what
just balance. I'm probably pull up in your hood and come buy me a new. No cap. You know that you're told you that you're crazy. Don't think shit out of the new.
First of all, I bring you to make sure.
Now they hot step Bobby and win. Say I'm the GOAT, like I don't know. Fucking I'm obviously winning. Don't make me go hit the bank. Take out a hundred, show you our pockets are different. I'm out with you, and I only want knowledge. You got a little miles of chill. You disrespect me and I'll beat you. Step out in front of your partners and chill. I'm the type of let them think that I'm broke until I pop out with a million.
The winner of the point toss gets first possession. Jump ball's been eliminated. After that, it's alternating possession. Other timing events to tell you about. Halftime's been eliminated. Instead, after each quarter, is a 2-minute and 30-second respite. That includes the halftime timeout, or the halftime break. In addition, timeouts, which are customarily 1 minute, are now 1 minute and 15 seconds to rest. Two rule changes to talk about. One has to do with balls being out of bounds underneath your own basket when you're offensively playing. That's no longer allowed. Instead, when a ball is your ball, you're on offense, the ball's underneath the offensive basket. The ball will go on the sideline. Also, when you're shooting a free throw, your offensive team members will not be allowed in the lane. Okay? If the shot is considered to be a non-rebounding shot, the shot is basically handled by the second all by yourself. When a shot is considered to be a rebounding situation, two players in the defensive team line up in the low block. So basically, the notion of an offensive rebound is eliminated. Again, what they're trying to do is speed the game up, eliminate the more contact. And if you notice, both teams are walking up to the wall orientation. From a perspective of fans in the building tonight, there are no visiting fans allowed in the building. There are 2 fans allowed per home athlete. So you will notice some shades by the team, but not much. The other thing to point out, there will be no player introduction, no national anthem, no public address. So just so you know, they recognize this voice as the public address now. That's what it might be if I volunteer this voice is going to be better than serving you tonight.
Going crazy.
Coming up on our 1 minute mark right after the game. So let's talk about the game a little bit. This is a very interesting matchup. It comes as no surprise to the fans of baseball that this is a year of transition. And the Warriors with some great coaches from the past. Chris Bennett, Riley Blasetti, Jess Johnson, and Kern Hannon are not walking through that door anymore. That said, Hannon's still in good shape. The last of the four Blasetti is still here. Caroline Connolly is still here. Colleen Johnston is still here. Colette Haney is still here. And there's a strong supporting cast we'll get into. Duxbury may be on the way back from years of but Duxbury hasn't been the power in the Patriot League as they have been. They have a freshman sensation named Molly Donovan. She'll be wearing number 15 tonight. She's a 5', 10" freshman who in her season debut against Plymouth North knocked down 30. It'll be interesting to see. And Duxbury has a mix of a strong supporting cast. So this will be an interesting season opener on many, many things. So no surprise with the Hingham starting five, actually. Connolly, Johnston, Blassetti, Haney, and Foley. They're your starting five. And so it begins after 307 days. Duxbury will have first possession. Yes, sir. And to put it in play is Jordan to Donovan. And you're on your way here from Hingham. Glad to have you with us on Hingham Athletics Streaming Channel 2. Put another log on the fire. Sit back, relax. These should be a good one. Hey, well done. Rebound pulled down by Connolly, but Blassetti, and you're underway quickly up the back court. Blassetti into the forecourt. Dumps it off to Foley. Foley with the dribble penetration. Back out to Johnston. Around to Blassetti for three long range back rim. Rebound to Jordan. And Jordan brings it up. Jordan, the lovely elect, to Donovan in the corner. Brooks with the long three. Rebound to Blassetti. And Blassetti brings it back up over midcourt. Perry to Haney. Abby Foley at the top of the key. Back to Colette. Colette fires the three, too strong. And Jordan has the rebound to the Dragons. Blassetti with the block on Laviolette. And a runner is actually good by Ropes. And there's a whistle on the play. And a foul called. We're going to score the basket. And I believe the foul is going to be on Johnston. We'll wait for, nope. Check that. The foul is going to be on Connolly. That's going to be her first. And Ropes is going to be on the line to try to create the three-point play. The free throw is good. It's 3-0 Duxbury. Here in the early going, 6:29 remaining. Glad to have you with us on Hingham Athletics live streaming 2 on YouTube. Perry Blassetti with it. Top of the key, looking for Johnston. Johnston for Connolly, too far, goes out of bounds. Duxbury ball. Ropes back to Donovan. Donovan will bring it into the forecourt. Donovan, the 5'10" freshman. He was looking inside for Brian. Pass went too far, and here comes Blassetti. Blassetti to Colette. Colette with the runner off the back rim. Johnston with it. She tries to put it back up. And what's the call? It's going to be Johnston reaching over the back. That'll be her first. Second on the team. And the Harborwomen have yet to score in the 2020-21 season. Connolly gets the hand on the rebound. Blassetti Varsity with the drive up the glass and scoring the hoop and the harm. Varsity with the first 2 points of the season for the Harborwomen. Foul's going to be called on Ropes. That's going to be her first on the team. Varsity trying to tie the game with her version of the three-point play. Donovan with the ball on the Varsity miss and brings the ball up. Ryan with the top of the key, back to Donovan. Donovan down the left side, throws up the runner too strong. Laviolette with the rebound. She gets hacked inside. I think it's Foley, but she'll be going to the line for 2. Yep, Foley with the harm. That's her first, third on the team. Lucia Laviolette shooting 2. First one off the back of the ring. 5:08 remaining in the first. Glad to have you with us on Hingham Athletics Channel 2 here on YouTube. It's 3-2. Duxbury, if you're just joining us. Caroline Connolly with the rebound. Varsity Perry, that is, bringing up the ball. Forecourt. Varsity back out to Colette Penny. Colette for 3. Found it. And with the 3 ball in the lead, 5-3. Foley with the rebound. Brings up to Varsity, low block to Connolly. Connolly with the basket inside. Pretty play. Take them up 7-3. And just like that, 5 quick runs from the Harborwomen. Donovan being guarded by Hanny. And a deep 3 ball to answer that by Ropes. That's 6 in the game, and Ropes has all 6. Foley with a 3 that goes nowhere. Connolly trying to tap in the rebound, loose ball, and they're going to call Foley for traveling. Or text that. They're not going to call Foley for the travel. They're going to call foul on Duxbury. At first, I thought the referee was going to call, had made the sign for traveling, but it was actually a foul on Laviolette, Lucy's first, and second on the Duxbury team. Ball goes into the backcourt, no problem there. Varsity will pick it up. New shot clock, so that's not a factor. 3:50 left first quarter. Glad to have you with us at 7-6. Harborwomen. The pass goes astray, and nobody touched it out of bounds, so it'll be Dragon's ball. And we have our first substitution for the Harborwomen. Kara, don't ever call me again. Rhonda Haller comes in, along with L.A. Savickas. Rhonda's an inside joke for those who played on the junior level. For some reason, they called it Rhonda. And that was the running joke last year, that everyone will call her Rhonda. Colette comes up limping off of that a moment ago. She seems okay for the moment. No, she's in a lot of pain. I'm sure coach will call a timeout or call a substitution, and I think there's, don't know if it's going to be called as a timeout or not. We'll see what the actual thing is. Colette is obviously limping. Victor stays in. Foley comes back in to replace Colette. Perry with the ball to bring it back. It's still 7-6. And Colette goes off with Arrow Glasdale, the trainer, to immediately look. We got a gift there on the rebound by Foley. Varsity's 3-ball actually hit the guide wire on top. It should have put the ball out of play. Referees didn't see it. So that basically was no problem when you scored. So Foley got the easy putback. Here's L.A. Savickas with a little jump shot off the back of the rim. Ellie fights for her own rebound, gets it back out. Foley, Connolly, Lassetti on the way, back rim to three. Ropes has it. Back to Donovan, midcourt, 2:30 remaining in the first quarter. Donovan with a three, back rim. Here comes Fowler. Sarah midcourt. Sarah looking for Perry. Perry driving, kicks back out. Ellie. Savickas in the lane, off the glass, sweetly to two. And timeout Duxbury. Ellie Savickas. Sweet, sweet, pretty play, and it's 11-6. So just coming up here on YouTube, Hingham Athletics streaming too. Tomorrow afternoon, the hockey doubleheader is now a hockey singleheader. The boys' game has been postponed with Plymouth North. That was the 5:30 face-off. The 3:30 face-off on the Harborwomen side versus Notre Dame Academy is still on, so we'll be with you at 3:30 tomorrow for streaming on the girls' hockey side. I mentioned earlier at the top of the broadcast that the boys' games have been canceled next week with Whitman, Hanson, and Marshfield. So both boys and girls' games are canceled next week. Silver Lake will be here on Wednesday. That was the team who was supposed to be here tonight. So schedules change by the moment. And we're proud to bring you on Hingham Athletics streaming channel number 2 on YouTube all the home action of Harborwomen hockey and basketball. It's our pleasure to bring it to you during the global pandemic. We're out of the timeout right now. 2 minutes, 10 seconds remaining, quarter number 1. So the first varsity game. Coach Keller is talking to the officials about something. He's had his say. Donovan to inbound to Ropes, and they're underway. Or check that, that's Jordan, I'm sorry. My apologies. Donovan, left side. The pass doesn't stray, but it's picked up in the hustle. Back to Donovan. Donovan to Ropes. Ropes back to Donovan. Donovan left side dribble. 8 to shoot. Long range jumper off the glass by Donovan. Counted for 3. And just like that, the Hingham advantage is cut to 2. Savickas. Too strong for Conley underneath. Duxbury on the advantage. Donovan. Strong to the hole. Gets the roll to 2. And just like that, 5 straight points from the freshman, and we're knotted at 11. Perry Bazzatti. Savickas. Back on top to Blassetti. 15 on the clock. Ellie looking for Sarah on the cut. Back out top to Abby Foley. Foley drives. Connolly top of the key, 4 to shoot. And that ball is going to go out of bounds off of Hingham. You were down to 1 second left on the shot clock anyway, so had it been Hingham ball, it would have been close to not next to impossible, but basically really close to getting a shot off. Substitution for Hingham. Pulling Johnston back into the game. And we got a traveling violation on Ryan. Making her varsity entry for this year is Devin Sampson, number 22, who's just checked in back with Colin Johnston. Under 30 seconds to play in the opening quarter. We're knotted at 11. Perry Bazzatti on top, Ellie Savickas, right side. Savickas loses it, but Colin Johnston picks it up, goes through runs over her own player and scores. I think she knocked down Savickas in the traffic, but she was able to drive low and get the shot. 7 seconds remaining. Donovan with the ball on the power move. Throws it out to Ropes. Ropes knocks down to 3. And that will end the quarter. So Ropes has 9 in the quarter, and Duxbury leads at the end of 1, 14-13. So Hingham had balanced scoring in the quarter. Ellie 2, Abby Foley 2, Johnston 2, Connolly 2, Gillette with the 3 ball before she was injured, and Perry Blassetti 2. Okay, on the other side of the ledger, Ropes has, as I mentioned, 9 actually in the quarter. Donovan 5, and that means 14-13. So as we start the second quarter, it's going to be Harborwomen ball. So that's where we stand here at the end of 1. So that's where we are. So the teams have moved to the corners, and that's another thing to show you right here. Coach Buzinski has his players over in the corner, which basically means since there are no locker rooms, you basically have 6-foot circles for social distancing. So that's where people go to have their coaching assignments and their timeouts. That you'll see that more at halftime. And as I mentioned, 2 minutes and 30 seconds in between each quarter, which is what we have now. Okay. And that's what basically we have. So it'll be Harborwomen ball to start the quarter. Okay. And we're really happy and we're pleased to have all of you joining us on Hingham Athletics channel. Blassetti gets the inbounds from Abby Foley, and we're underway here in the second quarter. Blassetti with the long-range jumper, and it bounces off the field. We've got a hold in the corner, and it's going to be a Duxbury foul, and it's going to be on Donovan, her first. Foul's going to be on Donovan. It's going to be on Molly Donovan, her first. It'll be a 3rd team foul. And it'll be wonderful side out. Almost sounds like volleyball. Colleen Johnston taking the 3. She back rimmed it. And basically here comes Duxbury Donovan looking for the 3 ball. Waste ball. Foley with the rebound, and back to Perry Blassetti, and here come the Harborwomen. Blassetti coming off the screen from Johnston, looking for the pick and roll back to Colleen. Defended nicely by Duxbury, and the ball belongs to Hingham. 17 to shoot. It'll be side out to Foley. Substitutions, great sign to see. Colette Henney comes back in, replacing Devin Sampson. And Audrey Ryan comes into the game for Duxbury. Connolly with the jump shot partially blocked inside. Colette comes out of the pack. Johnston inside to Connolly. The nice give and go with the left hand and the finger roll. Back comes Donovan. Donovan launches an NBA 3. Way short air ball. Ball touched the Hingham player, probably Foley on the way out. It's going to be Duxbury ball. Hingham 15, Duxbury 14, 7 minutes remaining second quarter. Here from the high school. Strong take to the hole by Jordan. No love off the iron. Hingham obtains possession. Here's Johnston off the feed from Blassetti to Connolly. Connolly took 1 too many steps after he got the ball and called for traveling. So Donovan will inbound. And Audrey Ryan took it back and gave it directly to Donovan. Donovan to Ropes. Ropes into Ryan, back out to Ropes. Ropes with 15 to shoot, back to Donovan. Donovan with Blassetti on her, back to Ropes. Ropes for a 3 off the back iron. Connolly with a strong rebound. Connolly bringing the ball up to midcourt, back to Blassetti. Perry trying to drive, stips and fumbles. And then for her troubles, it's called for the 3 seconds. To use a hockey analogy, fans, she lost a tire or lost a skate edge, fell, crumbled in the 3-point lane, and then got called for 3 seconds. That's just, that's just the game. Donovan, top of the key. That's Ropes on the strong drive. Walk inside. The jumper by Ryan was blocked. Collette with the lead pass to Blassetti. Blassetti decides to pull it back up. She goes in strong for the layup. A little too strong. The rebounding action comes back out to Jordan, who sets the play back to Ropes down the other end of the floor. Ropes with his power move and the strong shot. 16-15 Duxbury, 5:20 remaining in the first half. Perry with a no-look underneath to Collette. Her legs are too strong, but she grabbed her own rebound back out to Colleen Johnston. Her shot from the key was a little too strong. On it was Abby Foley with the rebound. We got it back to Collette. Collette got fouled by Donovan. If that's the case, that's her second. And yes, it is. So the freshman picks up her second. We'll see if Coach Keller decides to sub her out. And yes, indeed, Donovan is subbed out for. Bolduc comes in to replace her. Ellie Savickas is back in the game. Ellie at the top of the key, over to Collette. Collette tries the dribble penetration, back to Foley. Foley's shot off the glass. Ellie Holler with it. Ellie strong move to the hole, just fouled, and she'll be going to the line. Bolduc, or check that. It's going to be Ryan with the foul. It's going to be the team fifth. Ellie Holler. It's only a sophomore, by the way. Shooting free throws. And the lead is back on the hanging side of the board, 17-16. Down low. Kaczynski's not pleased. Savickas picks up her first 14 foul. Perry Bacilletti comes back into the game, placing Abby Foley after a quick 30-second rest. Jordan with it. Laviolette. Back to Bolduc. Bolduc looking. Bolduc was being looked for. Jordan passing too far. 4:20 remaining. Collette to Perry. So goes the offense. Four court. It's Ellie. Sarah. Perry. Savickas, fake to shoot. Connolly, down to three. Gonna have to shoot it before the 3 seconds, 30 seconds. Shot didn't hit the rim, it's a shot violation. That's one of the things that coaches start screaming about to their players, especially at the beginning of the season. Having their players start counting down those that are on the bench from 10 seconds down. Because there's actually no excuse for not getting a shot off in 30 seconds. And that was the case of the not looking for time. Jordan brings it up. Laviolette back outside, deep three. That was hauled up by Bolduc, no good, but Jordan has it again, another deep three. Holler has the rebound. Holler's looking to press, thinks better of it, swings it back out. Blassetti, Hanny. Ooh. And Collette's going to get called for the grab. Wow. That's interesting. Going to tie up the ball, got called for the block. So that's interesting. That's it. So here's Bulldog. Over to Ryan. Ryan looking for Jordan. Jordan with the power move down the lane, lost control, ball out of bounds. And the ball will go over to Hingham. Duxbury substitution. Sidney Rubs comes back into the game. Collette comes back and hands it off to Perry Varsity, and Perry brings it up. Perry taking over the slot for older sister Riley, playing the familiar left guard spot that Riley occupied for some time. Here's Laviolette. Bulldog with a runner in the lane. So Duxbury takes the lead again, 18-17. Here's Perry Varsity. Perry's three ball is no good, but Collette has the rebound, puts it back up for floating. There's 5 points in the match. Contest for Collette. Ellie tries to make the steal in the backcourt. He gets back into the play. Scour with the rebound, takes it coast to coast. Johnson going to the hole for 2. All right, check that. That was Perry Varsity. Perry Varsity from Collette. Actually, check that. Sarah Huller. We're in a minute 20 remaining. And Ropes takes it hard to the hole. He's going to have a chance to tie the contest. There's some conference with the officials here at this point. Trying to get the number. They're trying to put up exactly who the foul is on. They're giving it to Sarah Huller. So that's her for team 6. So a minute 23 remaining second quarter. And Hingham still has the lead 21-20 on this free throw. Perry Varsity with it, front court. Varsity off to Savickas. Ellie looks for the jumper, just a little short, but Caroline Connolly with the strong move in the rebound, front rim. And back comes the Dragons. Here's Rope. Connolly with the save, back to Perry. Varsity will bring it back over half court with 40 seconds left. Connolly back out to Varsity. Plenty of time, 20 to shoot. Not in any rush. Savickas looking down low. Ball went out of bounds. It's sideline out. She was looking for Hayward. Perry has it. 16 to shoot, 30 seconds. So it's a 20-second clock differential. All right, so we have a foul. That gets Hingham out of some trouble. Turn the shot clock off. We're waiting on the foul call. Foul's going to be on Jordan, her first. Okay. So this will be the last 20 seconds. So this should be the last shot of the quarter if you play everything correctly. Perry steps back, takes the shot. It's off the rim. Connolly has the rebound to Johnson. Tries to get it to Connolly. Over to Hayward. Locked up in a struggle underneath. And now we got a foul. And let's see what this is on. It's going to be 1-1. And we'll swing the camera back the other way. It's going to be on Connolly, her second. Ball must happen away from the ball. So Ropes is going to be on the line, shooting a 1-1. 4.9 left. She makes it. 1-1. And this is one of those confusing rules now. The reason they lined up is because if she missed the foul shot, it would have been 1-1, and you would have gotten the rebound. But now she has the second. The second is good. Staying home. So Ducks has the lead, 20-21, 2 seconds left. Varsity with those shots, rims out, and that ends the second quarter. And at halftime, it's Duxbury 22, Hingham 21. So here's some halftime stats for you. Scoring-wise, it's the Ropes show. Basically from the Duxbury side of the house. Sydney basically unofficially has, let's do some math here. She had 6 in the quarter, 9 in the first quarter, so she's at 15 through 2 quarters. So she has 15 of the 22 points. And Molly Donovan had 5. So between the two of them, they have 20, and Bolduc had the other 2. On the Hingham side of the ledger, it's balanced scoring again. Collette actually leads all scorers for Hingham with 5. Connolly has 4. Johnston has 2. Abby Foley 2. Elise Vickus 2. Perry Blassetti 4. And Sarah Holler 2. So that's where we stand at halftime here.
Yeah.
And like I said, this is a belated halftime. This is an accelerated halftime. 2 minutes and 30 seconds for halftime. And we will move on quickly to the third quarter of play. So the impressions actually through the first half of play for Hingham in the post. Bennis, Blassetti, Johnson world is they're still trying to find themselves. The looks were there, the shots weren't there. Defensively, offensively, they're looking for a point guard and identity. I think what the first half showed you is how badly they're missing Riley Blassetti right now. Terry still has to come into her own to find who's going to run the offense. There's some interesting play inside. And I think we'll see how things shake out. But all in all, 21 points in the first half, considering this team has not played, as I mentioned at the top of the opening. Top of the open, 300.
That's the one I think they went with. I don't even know.
He is a long basically a very young team. This team basically has all juniors and sophomores on the ship out of the freshman and the one senior now. So it's going to take some time to gel, and normally you would not open up this season against a team like Duxbury. But in its case, this is where we are. And they trailed by 1 point at halftime with 16 minutes left to play. No one is in real serious foul trouble, with the exception of Molly Donovan, who picked up 2 fouls, and Caroline Connolly picked up 2 fouls. So we don't really have anything crazy. The starting 5 is out there for Hingham, and it looks like the starting 5 is out there for Duxbury. It's always a good thing to have happen. Okay, and we're underway here in the second half. It was Duxbury on the alternating possession. So here's Jordan. Jordan the lava roulette. Back outside the ropes. Ropes coming off of the screen from Donovan. Donovan has it top of the key. Donovan looking for the fadeaway jump shot. foul's called on. And they're going to call it on Ropes. That's her second. And Conley makes the first. Remember, it's technical foul mode. And now here comes the second, where the defensive rebounders are in play. And this is probably still the most confusing thing for coaches is what they can do and not do. From an offensive rebounding perspective, you just basically outlaw the rebound. Connolly on the rebound, out to Foley. Foley brings up the ball quickly to the midcourt. She was looking for Collette. Pass was intercepted by Donovan. Donovan has it quickly into the forecourt. Her pass is still on by Varsity. Varsity had it knocked out of bounds by Jordan. It'll be Harborwomen ball. Just underway, third quarter, 6:54 remaining. And the Harborwomen trail the Dragons by 2. Glad to have you on Hingham Athletic Streaming Channel 2. And Terry Varsity follows up her own basket for her 6 points for the game. And we are knotted at 24. Here's Donovan. Donovan looking for Jordan. Jordan back out to Ropes. Ropes for a big 3-ball. Connolly corrals the rebound ahead to Varsity. Will settle it down into the forecourt. Perry directing traffic. Perry for the 3. Side rims it. Rebound battle. Johnson tied up. Alternating possession stays with the Harborwomen. And there you hear the electronic whistle. I didn't mention that earlier in the game. Even the referees have accommodations where they have to use whistles. And we have a timeout on the floor, timeout Hingham. And that's their first timeout of the match. So yeah, the referees have to wear face masks, as you've noticed, and they can't use their whistles. So they actually have electronic whistles in their hands. Actually, a fun little fact that the referees actually have to wipe off the balls, or actually the rule actually is they're supposed to switch balls every quarter, but there are sanitizers at the scorer's table where they just wipe down the ball. A lot of little things behind the scenes to try to keep everyone safe and keep the games moving as well. Actually, I've been impressed doing a hockey game and several basketball games this season. The quality of play. Considering these kids didn't have any scrimmage games to play with teams, and they've only been able to practice for a very short time, the quality of play has been very good. So you have to be impressed with that. Remember, timeouts are 1 minute and 15 seconds now, not a minute, so they have a little extra time to rest. Basically, because half times are only 2 minutes and 30 seconds. So Coach Bazinski has had his say, and the Harborwomen break the modified huddle. Coach Keller has had his words with the Dragons. Abby Foley to inbound to carry the Varsity, and we're back underway. Varsity looking for Connolly in traffic. Her layup off the glass is no good, but she gets her own rebound to Foley, to Johnston, to Connolly underneath, back out to Collette. Collette, the little driving floater, is too strong. And Johnston grabs the rebound, loose in the hustle. It's going to be a jump ball. This time it's going to go back to Duxbury. We're going to have substitutions. Holler and Savickas come in, replacing Foley and Johnston. One thing about this Harborwomen team, a lot of players saw season. And another jump ball, Varsity diving in against Donovan. This time alternating possession goes to Hingham. So it'll be a side out. Ellie will take it. Savickas to toss it inbounds to Varsity. And that's the interesting thing about this team. There are going to be a lot of players playing minutes. Collette, Varsity. Varsity's called for the double dribble on the baseline. hard to see from here even though we're at midcourt. Because it was on the end line, but here we go, Jordan. Donovan over midcourt. Donovan looking for a lovely left. Back to Ropes. Ropes with the jumper, 3 on the way. No good. Holler brings the rebound down and stroking through the ice. No look pass to Collette. Back to Johnston. Johnston's free, too strong. It hit the rope. It's not the rope, it's the cable stanchion that actually holds the basket up. But as I mentioned in the JV game earlier, it's a ground rule. If it hits that cable, it's considered out of bounds. Hingham applying some backcourt pressure, making Donovan work to get it in to Jordan. And Collette providing full court pressure on Jordan to make it interesting. The 3 ball was around the rim and out. Coming out of the pack is Ellie Savickas. Varsity, Connolly, 2. Now that's what you're going to see a lot in this team this year. Hingham with a 2-point lead. Here comes Donovan the other way. Cut off by Blassetti. She has to recycle. Jordan looking for Laviolette. Back out to Ropes. Ropes with the power cycle spin. Back out to Laviolette, who looks for 3. Way too strong. Ball out of bounds. And I thought it was going to be Duxbury ball because I thought it kicked off of Connolly's arm on the way out. So it will be Duxbury ball side out. 4:06, 9 seconds to shoot as that ball did not hit the iron. We are very pleased to have you here on Hingham Athletics Streaming Channel 2 on YouTube. We hope you're enjoying Duxbury Hingham. This is Donovan. And it's a shot clock violation. Again, that's one of those things that the coaches are going to say something to the players about making sure you understand how many seconds are on the clock. Some of you may know that I travel with the Harborwomen in my volunteer duties here at the high school. Sarah Haller, some days line jumper, real strong, and Savickas tries to get a hold of it. My point was, as Colin Johnston comes back in replacing Connolly, one of the things I do when I'm on the road with the Harborwomen is that I watch the shot clock. And I will mention when it gets down to 8 or 9 or 10 seconds. And I will shout that instruction out there. Donovan, off the glass, big time 3. That's her second 3 ball of the game. That gives her 10 in the contest, puts the Dragons back up by 1. Foley, driving the lane, looking for Johnston. And again, he's got another jump ball. Possession arrow, Duxbury. But see, that's where communication on the side out with only 3 or 4 seconds left, knowing how much time you have to shoot is very important. That communication. Donovan with it. Back into the front court. Working on Foley. And Donovan strong to the hole for 2. She's lit it up for 7 in the quarter. In fact, she has all the Duxbury points here. Duxbury by 3.
Good pass, good luck.
Savickas looking for Johnston. Down low off of her fingers. And it's out of bounds. Ball belongs to Duxbury. Mass substitution for Hingham. The starters are all back on the floor. Luckily, they got their break time. 2:40 counting, remaining in the third. Johnston into Connolly. Andre's speed and a pretty look for 2. That's her 4th point for the game. Donovan tracks down a wayward 3 by Ropes and resets the offense for Duxbury. And she gets stuffed on the power move by Connolly, and Varsity gets tied up, and this time the alternating possession remains with Hingham. This sort of reminds me of a freshman game, so with the number of alternating possessions we've had. But this is actually good defense on both sides. Unlike a freshman game where they're still trying to figure out how to play the game. Harry Varsity driving right. Gets the attention of Donovan, 10 to shoot. Feeds inside to Connolly, too strong. And back come the Dragons. It's Donovan. Left alone for three off the glass. And she buries another one. 10 in the quarter. In fact, all 10 points this quarter belong to the freshman. Hingham trails by 4. Lead pass from Varsity for Connolly. He's powered up inside. Okay, before the tie-up, Coach Keller was able to get a timeout, so it'll remain Duxbury ball. So it appears that Duxbury's strategy is to collapse everyone inside the box and take away Connolly and take away Johnston and have them beat you from outside. That seems to be the strategy, and quite frankly, right now it's working. And Donovan has taken over the game. She has 15 in the game, 10 in the quarter. And with 1:25 remaining in the third, it's 32-28 Duxbury. It was ropes in the first half, Donovan in the second. So it'll be Duxbury ball as we come back to play after the timeout. Donovan to inbound, Jordan to be the receiver. Hingham doing the double press to try to keep it on, but Jordan easily breaks the double containment and brings the ball up over that court. And that was just too easy. Cass with the easy bucket from Donovan, or from Jordan rather, and Duxbury has their biggest advantage at 34-28. Johnston got no love off the soft pass from Varsity, and back comes the Dragons. Donovan with an erratic three. And this time, Coach Brzezinski gets the timeout. And what's funny about that call, you had an official at midcourt. You had an official down in the scrum. It was the official in the scrum who heard the timeout, not the official at midcourt. So the official in the scrum granted the timeout. But it will be Hingham ball. So I unofficially have 2 timeouts for each team at this point. We've got 44.7 seconds remaining in the quarter. Hingham trails by 6, 34-28 if you're just joining us, and we welcome you to our YouTube coverage of Harborwomen basketball on Hingham Athletics Streaming Channel 2 on YouTube. A reminder, streaming continues tomorrow afternoon with a 3:30 face-off in the Harborwomen hockey team takes on Notre Dame Academy. Then streaming starts roughly around 3:30 or so. Okay, Abby Foley, the inbound to Perry Varsity. Ball shortly to come up over half court. Timeout's over. Varsity top of the key. Varsity kicks off to Foley. Foley looking for something to go. Empty pass, Pauline Johnston. It's called for the... It's called... Actually, it's going to be pass called on the hold. For Kara Cass, that's her first. Only the second team foul here in the second. So, Foley to inbound. New shot clock. Shot clocks and game clock almost identical. Pauline Johnson down low. The layup doesn't go. Coming out of it is Collette, out of the scrum. And Terry Blassetti drives hard to the hole and gets fouled. So Blassetti will be at the line for 2. Shot clock is now off. 15.9 remaining in the third. Let's see who the foul is on. Looks like it's on Jordan for a second. And the second. Second free throw is on the way. And the second is good. So Hingham's trailing by 5, 34-29. 13 to go. Here comes Donovan. She's trying to go to the hole and she scores. 12 in the corner. Rossetti trying to get the shot off. Collette thought she got hacked, but no call. And that ends the quarter. So basically at the end of 3, Hingham trails 36-29. An impressive 14-point quarter. Basically, 12 of those scored by Donovan, the freshman, versus an 8-point quarter for Hingham, basically matching their second quarter production. So for Hingham to have a chance in this game as we come down the fourth quarter stretch, they'll need to figure out an answer for Donovan. Their looks have been there. They need their shots to fall. Team fouls. The only encouraging sign right now is there are 3 team fouls for Duxbury, 0 in the half for Hingham. So from that case, we're not worried about team fouls or anyone in foul trouble yet. No one's really in foul trouble. No one on either team has more than 2 at this point. So there's nothing like we're going to have anything to do with. Duxbury's going to have the advantage coming in. So it will be Duxbury ball to start the quarter. So that we're not going to have any problems with. So basically at this point, it's what can they do? Just looking quickly, in the quarter, Connolly had 3, Rossetti had 3, and Johnson had 2. They're going to need more production from that group in order to move forward and have solid fourth quarter. And let's see what they do here as we get underway. Jordan to inbound to Donovan. Donovan has control and they're underway here in the fourth. Donovan guarded by Collette. Back out to Laviolette over the ropes. Ropes with 16 to shoot. Johnston on her. Ropes kicks it out to the corner. Her pass to Laviolette goes out of bounds. Harder than the ball. On the floor for Hingham is Collette and Ellie Savickas, Johnston, Connolly, and Foley to start the fourth. The pass from Foley to Johnston was way too strong, way over the back. Here comes Donovan. Donovan with the step back 3, 2. It's only a 2. But the step back 2 is big. Savickas for 3. Nothing but net short. Ball will go out of bounds and remain Hingham ball. It's a rather interesting call, confusing to some people near the ball here. But they're basically calling it white ball, and Hingham will take right now approach any break that they get, trailing by 9. Johnston looking for 3. Around the rim and out. Donovan with the rebound. Bringing up quickly into the forecourt. She's trying to go coast to coast. Kicks out to Laviolette in the corner for a big time 3. Off the rim, Johnston has the ball. And a foul.
Go, White.
Donovan next time. I don't know. We'll just put it up. It's unjust. But it's 3. Bowler goes hard to the hole and gets fouled. I think it's going to be on ropes, but let's find out. Let's see what happens. It's hard for me to read the numbers because when we're on him, it's backwards to me. So yes, it is ropes. For third. Abby Coley's on the line. Coley makes the first. It's 38-29. Here's the only fourth and second. Cut the lead to 8. So Hingham trails by 8 with 6:30 remaining. Here comes Donovan. Collette is on her defensively. Donovan shakes and bakes, tries to step away that 3 again. Over the lob to Gillette, who throws up a 3 around the rim and out. In the rebound struggle, we're going to have a foul. Ropes is not going to be the harm this time. It's going to be on Connolly. That should be her 3rd. Yep, it is her 3rd. But it should be only the first foul in the second half on Hingham, as opposed to 5 team fouls for Duxbury. Jordan with it, guarded by Savickas. Jordan tried to get it back to Jordan from the top. It went out of bounds. It remains Duxbury ball, 18 to shoot, side out. Now, the side out is nothing more than an extended box if you want to run your box offense from underneath. A lot of teams choose to do that. Still got 10 to shoot. Ropes with the ball in the lane, tries to throw it up off the glass, but no good. She gets the rebound. On the 4 to shoot. There's a block, and here comes Rossetti with it. Good defensive stand by Hingham. Rossetti tries to go by Donovan. Back up, Cade's back for the 3, and nails it. And now he's gonna, Rossetti, Coach B calls for the press, and the full court pressure. Let's see what happens. He's gonna extend the man-to-man to more full court. And block inside. Donovan with the rebound on the foul. Donovan still in the lane, looks for the hoop in the harm, doesn't get it. Savickas with the rebound in traffic, and Ellie brings it up into the forefoot. Hingham trails by 4. She was looking for Connolly inside. Connolly got hammered, no call. And Brooks grabs the rebound, sends it up and looking for Donovan. Donovan tries to get the hoop and scores. 40-34. Hingham trails by 6. They had a chance to cut it for 2. Rossetti looking for 3, trims it out. Savickas trying to save it, goes out of bounds. 4:34 remaining. Sarah Holler comes back into the game. And Collette takes the seat. Hingham going to apply a little more full court man-to-man pressure. Donovan with his Perry all over him. Perry and Ropes in the backcourt. Ropes baseline. Ropes off the glass for 2. So that should have 17 for Ropes in the game unofficially. Lead is back to 8. Just a couple seconds ago, Hingham had a chance to cut it to 2. Now back to 8. Johnston, Connolly, front rims it. Connolly gets the rebound. Back out to Ellie. Ellie drives, takes the lift for second score. Savickas with a strong move with Aspen. I actually thought they were going to call him on the travel, but the athletic move got the Rossetti all over Donovan. Donovan, Laviolette back to Donovan. Donovan launches a 3 way off the glass. Connolly cleans the glass, and here comes the Harborwomen. Rossetti, 3. Timeout, Duxbury. with that, the 8-point lead is back to 3. 3:22 remaining. Here's your game reset. 5 team fouls on Duxbury, 1 team foul on Hingham. There's really no one. Connolly has 3 fouls. I have Donovan with 3, Ropes with 3. So the old scorer in me says that's what's there. Let's see. Yeah, that's how I get to 5 team fouls. So yeah, I'm good with my math here. So 3:22 remaining. It's a 3-point game. Lassetti 2 3 balls in the quarter. That gives her 13 for the game. And down the stretch we come. As for timeouts, I have Duxbury with 2 remaining, Hingham with 3. If that gets to be an issue. Again, the timeouts are longer. It's 1:15 as opposed to a minute. One other thing to remember, this is Federation basketball now, the National Federation of High School. I said this at the open, but for those of you joining us late, the 10-second half-court rule is back in girls basketball. So you have 10 seconds to bring the ball up over half-court. Otherwise, it's a 10-second violation. Boys have always played with it and went out of girls basketball for about 10 years. It's bad. It's not a COVID adjustment. This is Federation basketball. So Jordan bringing the ball up over on half-court. Dumps it off inside. Rejected by Connolly. That was Laviolette trying to go to the basket hard, and Connolly said, "Nope, not today." It'll be bounded on the side.
Straight up.
Jordan couldn't handle the inbound pass. It went out of bounds. It's Harborwomen ball. They have a chance to cut it to 1, or possibly tie it with a 3 ball. We're coming up on 3 minutes to play. Thank you for joining us on Harborwomen, or Hingham Athletic streaming channel 2. Savickas with the ball, top of the key. She drives, she lays it off her service, no good, but she got hammered. Ellie will go to the line. I think it's on Laviolette. That should be her second. Yes, it is. First is up and good. More importantly, that's the 16th foul on Duxbury. Hingham will be shooting the bonus the rest of the way. There was only 1 team foul on Hingham. Second free throw on the way. Off the rim. Savickas goes after the rebound. And then when you stay opposed, that's almost next to impossible. The ball did go out of bounds off of her, but great effort nonetheless. The lead for Duxbury is down to 2, 42-40, 2:53 remaining. Jordan needed a TV timeout for a shoe time, and we're ready to set into action. An inbound pass comes to Laviolette, and she'll bring it up. She's still stuck in the backcourt. Loose ball going up front. Connolly steals it. Connolly looking for someone, and dumps it to Lassetti. Lassetti, big time 3 ball, way short. Holler with the reverse, just ran out of his boot. Almost had it up and down on the backside. Here's Donovan. Coast to coast, her pass for Laviolette. Goes too far, nice job to save it in. She swings it back to Ropes. Ropes down the lane, lays it up, no good. And Holler with the foul. Thought she got the charge call, but she's going to be called to the foul. And for Holler, that's going to be her 3rd. According to the board, it's her 3rd. I only have her for 2. But I'm going to call it for 2. Ropes makes the first free throw. It's 43-40 with 2:19 to remain. Here comes the second free throw. Referee is blocking the view, but she makes the second. So the lead is 4 for the Dragons. 44-40. Varsity, Savickas. Perry, Jordan on her, looping pass inside, and the foul is called on Johnston. This will be a 1-and-1. So the foul's on Donovan, that's her fourth. And Johnston will be at the line, shooting the 1-and-1. Hingham trails by 3. And Johnston with 2 big free throws. The lead is 2 with 2 minutes remaining here in Hingham. We hope you're enjoying this action on Hingham Athletics Live Camera Stream 2 on YouTube. Jordan with it. Drives the lane, looking underneath and for the hoop. That's Ryan. Her first 2 of the game. Couldn't be any bigger. Here comes Varsity. Varsity looking for 3. It's good if it goes. Oh. Thought the official was wrapping the floor. Foul like it did. Jordan. Jump ball, alternating possession Hingham. Good play by Holler. It is a jump ball. It is alternating possession to Hingham. Okay, and here we go. And it's a timeout White. So, well, it's unofficial. I have each team with 2 timeouts left. Hingham trails Duxbury in the season opener for Hingham 46-42. Game reset is Hingham's in the bonus. Possession arrow will go back to Duxbury on the inbound. So Hingham shooting bonus. Duxbury, Hingham's only given up 2 team fouls. So it's a double-edged sword. The good news is Hingham shooting free throws. The bad news is that if Hingham needs to foul in the last minute and a half, they got to give up 5 fouls before Duxbury finally shoots. That's a long, tedious process when you're in that situation. You have to do something about it. So it's a 2-possession game for Duxbury with 1:24 to remain. And we'll see what happens. It's definitely been an entertaining home opener and season opener for the Harborwomen. And we're so pleased that you joined us tonight on Hingham Athletics YouTube channel number 2. It'll be your home for Harborwomen and Harborwomen basketball all home games this season. And we really appreciate you taking it tonight. Out on the floor for the Harborwomen, Johnston, Savickas, Varsity, Connolly, and Holler. Johnston to inbound. Ropes, Jordan, Donovan, Lavalette, and Ryan for Duxbury. Johnston. Varsity driving the lane, taking it strong to the hole. Got rejected on the tie-up. Here's Donovan out of the pack with 1 minute remaining. And she's going to try to stall some clock. There's Ropes. Ropes settling down. Hingham has to come out and extend the pressure. Ball deals out of bounds. It's still Duxbury ball, 16 to shoot. And Coach Bazinski gets a last-minute sub in. Colette Hanny comes in for Elias Savickas. Obviously, Colette's 3-point shooting ability is something he wants in here at this point. Jordan with the ball. Jordan, a running layup. The running floater gets blocked. Sarah Kohler with the ball. Sarah going down, looking for Varsity. Varsity sets up the offense with 37. Connolly outbound. Varsity, big time 3. Varsity with a big time 3. That's 3 3-balls here in the quarter. Timeout. I have 1 timeout remaining for Hingham because I believe Hingham told me. So, here's the situation. 30-second shot clock, 30.3 on the game clock. One possession game. You can't foul 5 times or 4 times in 30 seconds to get them to the line. So your coach, Bazinski, what do you do? The one thing I've learned, fans, over the years watching basketball at the high school level is that when you tell a team you don't need to take a shot and stall the ball and eat it, that's the hardest thing for a team to do. Because they typically want to shoot the ball. If you tell them to waste the 30 seconds, more times than not, they will put the ball up with 15 seconds on the clock. It's how they're programmed. They don't need to take another shot up front. Hingham comes out in a full court defensive press. Ryan to inbound. Ryan looking for Donovan. Donovan gets it in the corner. Varsity all over. With collection. Fowler almost with the steal, knocks it out of bounds. Keller wanting a call. Doesn't get it. 26.6 remaining on the clock. 23 to shoot. Possession didn't change. Clock doesn't change. Clock doesn't shut off. Donovan looking. Foul given. The only thing this does is turn the clock off, but it's not really going to fundamentally change the game at this point. It's on Perry Varsity, the foul, if you're keeping track at home. And Keller gets his timeout with 24 seconds even on the clock. The fans here were yelling for a travel. Bazinski was calling for a travel. He wants to know the time on the clock. The shot clock is off with the last free throw, with the last foul, so that doesn't matter. It's what the game clock says. The game clock says 24 seconds. Each team should have 1 timeout left. So realistically, Duxbury doesn't need to take a shot. Hingham has 3 fouls to give before you're in the free throw shooting situation. So you're going to try to extend the game by committing 3 straight fouls and then shooting the 4th in 24 seconds to get them to the free throw line, hoping that they miss the shot. Or you're going to play pressure defense coming out of here and hope that you get the turnover. This will be interesting to see how it works. Ryan to inbound. Jordan to be the receiver. Collette and Conley to double team Jordan. They're letting Ryan have free look at the ball. It comes into Donovan. Donovan guarded by Varsity. Varsity trying to steal. She gives up the foul. That's her second. 6 seconds comes off the clock. Thereabouts, 18.8. There's still 3 fouls to give. Okay, let's try this again. Again, Ryan, Donovan. Donovan has some space. Perry gives up another foul. So now we know the strategy. 2 more fouls to give. Can you do it and put them at the line before time expires? Or will they make a mistake someplace? Another foul. On a hold, team 6 foul. This time they got it to Donovan. This time it's Connolly with her 4th. So now here you go. Who's going to foul? I don't think that's the person you wanted to put at the line. So you've got 10.4. You basically have picked up. You've put Connolly, you've put Donovan at the line to shoot a 1-and-1. And I don't have to tell you, even though I didn't pan the camera by the crowd of the Duxbury fans, sorry. The first is good. This to make it a 3-point lead. Second is good. So Hingham needs a 3-ball with 10 seconds left. Perry's got it. Varsity for 3. Back rim. off the table, that's probably going to do it. 3.9 to go. Hingham needs a steal and a 3.
Steal.
4 or 5 seconds violation. The ball's deflected. And a foul called with 1.1. Going to put Laviolette at the line. So there's 1.5 left. And let's see who the foul is on. It's going to be on Connolly. That's going to be her 5th, and she's fouled out of the game. Or are they going to call it on 24? Wait a minute. No, it's 14 that fouled out. Connolly fouled out. So now the only shot here, and this is interesting with the timing here, you got to miss the one-on-one here because it is a one-on-one. Hey, can you call timeout? Coach called time, but it wasn't granted. And he wasn't given the timeout, and the game ends. And Baczynski's not happy about the way the game ended. And one other thing here, fans, there's no lineup. So the teams just walk away. So that is going to be the final score. Duxbury 48, Hingham 45, and they just waved to each other, which is another unusual thing about streaming, about life at COVID. It's just the way life works. So anyway, we thank you for watching our game here tonight. Just a recap here. Let's see. In the fourth quarter, well, let's just do some quick math here. For Hingham, leading scorers Riley. That was last year. Perry Blassetti had 9 in the quarter, and for the game, she's got. She had 16 in the game. And let's see, other leading scorers for Hingham. Connolly had 6. Colette had 5. Colleen had 4. Abby Foley 4. Ellie had 5. And that should total everything up. And Sarah had 2. On the other side of the ledger, Bolduc had 2. Ryan had 2. The freshman sensation, Donovan, had 10 had 12 in the third quarter, 5 in the first half, so 17, and then 6 in the fourth quarter for 23. Ropes had 4 in the second half, but I believe she had, let's see, 15 in the first half, so she had 19. And Cass finished the scoring with 2. So basically, Ropes 23, Donovan 23, Ropes 19. Basically, 42 of the 48 points came from those 2 scorers. So hats off to Duxbury, as I said at the beginning of the contest tonight. It'd be nice to see Duxbury come back into the league, and they made a statement tonight, no doubt about that. So Hingham falls in their season opener. And that will wrap it up here from Hingham High School. So despite a 15-12 final quarter, Hingham falls short tonight. in this season. But hey, we appreciate everyone who watched tonight, and we thank you. Actually, it was the 16th. My apologies on that. So basically, the final score, one more time, Duxbury 48, Hingham 44. For our executive producer of Hingham Athletics, streaming on YouTube, Jim Quattromoni. Our coordinating producer, Matt Feld. This is Greg Bartiga. Thank you for watching. We'll see you again soon on Hingham Athletics.